Good morning, guys. Today we're going to be starting the day out a little bit differently, and I'm doing this as a test. So this is actually on the GoPro Hero 9s that we just picked up to use as in-car footage, but I'm going to use them to try to see how they do for recording as normal vlogs for you guys and doing videos. So definitely leave it down in the comments what you guys think, and we'll see how the quality of these are and how well they get rid of the wind. It's been extremely windy here lately, so unfortunately that's been putting me off for putting videos out for you guys. So that is something I'm going to be testing with these cameras. Now, you guys do ask below if I do have a dead cat on my external mic, and I do, but it seems to pick up this wind. And there is wind right now, not too bad, but I'm curious to see how this GoPro does with picking up wind noise. So what we're going to be talking about today is Billy's car. You guys have seen in the background, I've talked about proper ways to do 3-inch turbo inlets on stock location turbos and the not so proper way. JR's car being an example of using an FP turbo inlet, a nice soft inlet, and that just does not work with a factory intake manifold. The correct way to do it, guys, is to do an aftermarket AMS intake manifold with a custom hard inlet. So if you're taking a look here, I have Billy's car in the background. I wanted to do a lot more videos of this thing, but like I said, there's been quite a bit of wind going on lately. Still is some wind today, so if this picks it up, then I'll know how these do. So looking at Billy's car here and letting the scene adjust, we obviously have an AMS intake manifold on this, and we had Ranchbuilt go ahead and build us our custom inlet here, and you can see just how well this thing does fit. There is nothing that is going to collapse, no issues of this actually fitting in here. This does have an ETS speed density intake here because obviously this car's on speed density, but what that means is it doesn't have any kind of a mass airflow sensor on here. It's literally just a straight pipe to the filter down in the fender there. So I'll show you guys that. Let's talk about this car. This car has a stock engine in it still, 100% untouched. Car is a 2018 STI, and it has about 18,000 miles on this motor here. So we are going to be making right around 500 wheel on this engine. The things that are going to limit us is it does have ID 1050X injectors, an AM 340 fuel pump in it, and as you guys have seen previously, we get to the limits of those, and that tends to be right around 475 to 500 wheel, and we're kind of really leaning on it to get to that 500 wheel area. Obviously an injector that would better fit this needs would be an ID 1300, and doing a radium drop-in hanger or a Visconti custom hanger for a Walbro 450. That would definitely get you to where you need to be for fueling. This setup, obviously we have a stock engine, so there's only so far we can go anyways with a rotated setup. So taking a look once again, we have the ETS front mount intercooler on here. It does have a 5-inch core down below. This is our custom cutout that we do on the STIs in 2018. I think it really does really well at showing that core. So as you can see there, it definitely looks really good, and the cut job, you guys can tell on the sides here, I trim out on these side panels so you can tell there's nothing there. It gives a really clean look. I also trim behind here so there is room behind the intercooler so that air can go up to it, because obviously the intercooler core, you can see, goes up to here in the grill. So I like to trim out definitely higher, but for these needs and looking like a stock street car, that this is probably the best. You know, you could come up here, but then it starts to look weird because of the design on the bumper. So, you know, I thought about just trimming these things out, which I have not done yet. Gives you an idea. Definitely looks really good, looks clean. Hopefully that picked that up. And coming along here, we do have, you know, the standard. This car has a set of IAG fuel rails on it. Like I said, it has ID 1050 injectors. There obviously is no TGVs because the AMS has no TGVs on it. That's part of why this turbo inlet fits so well. This car does have an NVIDIA catless downpipe on it. This is an FP green, guys, 3-inch inlet, and we have our external wastegate. Now that I have the smaller GoPro, I can show you down there a bit further so you actually can see it. We have our IAG AOS on this car, and it has the competition series. You guys know that's the only one I like to support. I don't use street series at all. So we have our hose here that goes underneath the car, nice and clean. Everything's cleanly routed. Obviously, you know, we've done the wire tuck that we always talk about on these cars, but this thing has come out really well. So like I said, this is really just a test to see how well these GoPros do. Like, there is some wind in the background, so I'm curious to see how well it does with it. And I want to put it in the car, that way I can give you guys a better view of driving. You know, I'm not just holding the camera. So definitely kind of more of a test video today for you guys, but I wanted to give you guys some content. What else we're going to be doing today? We're going to be working on JR's car in the background as well. So I do believe that's going to go into another video because we do have that radium hanger to get installed in there. So let's go ahead, get these things mounted up, go into Billy's car and do a drive for you. So here we are in the car. I know it has looks like a little glare on the screen. I'm still learning on the GoPros and the mounts. It does seem I'm going to have to get some different mounts. Some of you guys have mentioned to get to the cage mounts, which I'm going to go ahead and order for you guys so we can get better views. I'm going to get a better mount for windows so that way I can have the camera at a good angle. This seems to be the best angle that I can get. But we are here in Billy's car, and I'm going to go ahead and fire this thing up. Let it warm up a second while I talk to you guys. As you guys know, and I probably need to touch on this subject, we always used Steve from HMS for tuning. He has gone different routes now in his line of work that no longer allows him to be able to tune for us. And so with that being said, we have now switched for tuning sources to Anthony at Ambot Tuning, and he's been taking care of me, been doing awesome. This car has a base map from Anthony on it right now. Now when I do say base map, that means that this is the first revision and we still have a couple more to go. Obviously this car is going to be on flex fuel, so obviously that means more revisions. So this being a base map, we are on wastegate right now. I know you guys probably want to see some poles, but for now we're just going to go ahead and cruise, see how this GoPro does, see how this angle and footage does, and if you guys like to see this, you guys can let me know down below if this is more of what you want to see. Some of you are going to ask, this car does have an NVIDIA Q300 catback on it. For exhaust, it has a parent equal length header on it, so it does not have that normal Subaru rumble anymore, but that is going to help us keep this factory engine alive with equal cylinder pressure. So I've already driven this thing earlier today, so it is pretty much warmed up already. We'll go ahead and head out now, see how well this camera picks up sound for you guys. So pretty excited to show you guys more in-car views, more reviews on cars for you. And I probably do need to tighten my mount up over here for you guys, so let me do that because I had it all loose. Now we got our mount tightened up. Let's see how that does. These 3-inch turbo inlets, when they have the hard inlets on them, definitely sound a lot better. You can tell that it's actually moving air. You can hear induction noises. That's what I'm curious for, if this thing's going to pick that up or not. But they definitely sound really good. Right off the bat, you can tell that Ambot has supplied us with an awesome running base map, guys. This is probably one of the best running base maps I've gotten before. This thing drives like stock. So big shout out, thank you Anthony, you always take care of me anymore. And this car is on pump gas right now. We are not on E85 yet because this is going to be our first revision, as I've mentioned several times. But we're just cruising along here, going to go out on a back road. I'm just going to tip into it so you guys can hear what the car sounds like, talk about the car, response, things like that. It does respond very well. The FP Greens have always been a good responding turbo. It is our go-to when it comes to turbos for a stock location. So you do get some turbo noises, obviously being a front mount car anymore, and we run a tile 50mm blow-off valve on them. So you definitely get a lot more out of the car, a lot more enjoyment. This car also has a ACT Extreme Duty street clutch in it, so it does drive like stock. It has a factory flywheel in it. That is one of the biggest things I tell you guys to do, is to use your factory STI flywheel or a factory WX flywheel with an ACT clutch. Otherwise, you're going to get that rather annoying clutch chatter. So when you use the factory flywheels on them, the car feels butter smooth. You get that OEM drivability. Really not that much more of a pedal increase, maybe 20-30% stiffer pedal, which you don't really notice as much. There is a lot of clutches out there pretty crazy for how stiff they are. So like I said, just cruising along here, trying to give you some guys feedback on it. Since this is a stock engine, it is pretty responsive. We don't have aftermarket camshafts on this, moving our power band away. Turbo's coming right into power now. I'm right at 2,500 RPMs. Already seeing power start to come in. So definitely a quicker responding turbo. If I had to tell you guys what a Epi Green kind of transitions to for rotated version would be a Garrett GT30R. That's pretty much what this turbo is in a stock location. So it gives you a good idea for comparison. So as we're just cruising around on the back road here, letting you guys hear the car. Nice downshifts. We'll go ahead and tip into it. And this is just partial throttle. Definitely sounds really good, guys. Now this car does have a Tile 50mm blow-off valve on it. The one that he supplied me with, and him not knowing, is actually not a name brand Tile 50mm. So that being said, it has a little bit too stiff of a spring in it. As you can hear, we're getting a lot of turbo flutter noise. So I did let Billy know, and he went ahead and ordered the correct Tile 50mm blow-off valve, an actual name brand one. For those of you guys that are wondering, and you're looking around and you're trying to buy one, just know if it's 50 bucks on eBay, it's probably not a real Tile blow-off valve, guys. So there's a pretty large price difference, you know, from going from a knockoff to a real one. Like I had mentioned, 50 bucks usually is around the cost for one of those knockoff ones. You can tell pretty quickly when you see the lettering and how they're wrote onto the blow-off valve. It looks pretty copied, is a word I guess I would use for it. So be careful. Definitely order from a reputable source if you're trying to get one of those. The same thing with wastegates. I know that there is some no-name ones out there that are putting Tile on the wastegate. So if you wouldn't know any better and you saw it and you thought it was just a good deal, that's one thing to kind of steer clear of. The main, you know, three parts I would say of a turbo system is going to be a name brand turbo, obviously, and a name brand wastegate, because that's what controls the boost and will keep your engine alive. And from there, a blow-off valve, because that's what's going to keep your turbo alive. So definitely those are the three key points. Obviously an intercooler is pretty important. You know, you want to keep the air you want to keep it cool. So an intercooler is another part. Intercooler piping is intercooler piping. You know, piping is piping when it comes down to it. There's not too much differences between it other than just sizes, guys. And you know, there is a stainless steel to aluminum. Aluminum's going to dissipate heat a little better than stainless steel. So just know that when you're looking in the kits. Otherwise, the piping really doesn't matter. The biggest things you want to worry about on a stock engine car is definitely doing an upgraded fuel system. That's one of the first mods you're going to want to do, along with doing an equal length header to get that equal pressure in the cylinders. So those are what are going to help keep your engine alive. And then you can always grow from there. You can, not everyone starts right off the bat and goes into it. You know, everybody's financial points are different and what they can and can't afford. So some people, you'll go ahead and start with your basic stage 2 mods, and then you'll move along and do your upgraded fuel system and your equal length header, and from there you'll do a front mount and turbo and so forth. So that kind of gives you a general idea of how to go through it and how to mod. Everybody's going to be different in how they do it. I do believe that you will save some money if you were to do it at once, especially if you're trying to put a setup on the car and do a pro tune on it. You're going to have to pay for adjustments or different tunes. So just know that you do save a little bit of money there, and sometimes that can be quite a bit of the money depending on how much your tunes are and, you know, what you have to do as far as going for a tune, if you got to commute or drive or take time away from work. So take that into accountability. But moving along here, driving along, this thing drives just like factory, as you would expect. Just cruising along. So once we get that name brand Tile blow-off valve on here, it is going to be an 11 psi spring. So I do believe that that is going to help that out a lot more. We won't hear as much as a turbo flutter. You'll still have some of it, because obviously it won't open until you have 11 psi in the system. So once we get that on there, that'll solve that, guys. now that I'm back here, this is going to wrap up this pretty short video for you guys. Like I said, it's mainly just a test to see how good these cameras do. I'm going to go ahead and edit this and see how it's doing. Hopefully this is much clearer for you guys. If it is, these are actually pretty easy to record on, obviously, than having that big camera in my hand and trying to view. These have a front-facing camera on it that I can see, so I can make sure that you guys are seeing the right view. They also have a wider lens on it, so it seems like they have been doing a good job. So pretty excited to see. I'm always trying to grow, make you guys happier. I try to listen to your comments. You know, if there's something I can invest in to make it more enjoyable for you guys to watch, I'm trying to do that and reinvest back into the channel. So I appreciate all you guys. Please, if you haven't taken the time to, look down in our description. We have a bunch of great supporters down there, and we do have our website too. So if you'd like to get any kind of apparel, you can take a look on there. We also have some stuff as far as short blocks and some other parts we're going to be adding on there, especially soon, that you guys have heard me talk about. So definitely check that out. Please go ahead. I never say it, but subscribe and like the channel. You guys like it. Thanks, guys, for the support. I'll see you in the next video.
Living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground. Living life up in the fast lane. Life, though you lemons, you just put them in Coronas. Coronas, Coronas. I've been working, I need that advance with the bonus, the bonus, the bonus. Ain't no thoughts about tomorrow, I'm just living in the moment, the moment, the moment. Full tank of gas and 200 on the dash, bitch, I'm zoning, I'm zoning, I'm zoning. Fast lane, living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. Life up in the fast lane, fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground. Living